All right, everybody, we're here over in Building B where we shoot a lot of our videos at. We're going to talk about our new vintage air display and talk about Gen 5. So this is obviously a brand new Gen 5 system. This one is for 55 to 56 car, and one of the big things you'll notice if you unbox it is going to be the slick surface of the casing. That's because these casings are now injection molded versus vacuum formed, which is what this is. You can feel the slick texture versus the rough. I think, well, how does that help me? Well, that just makes turnaround time a lot faster, and where they can build these a lot faster, because the injection molded case, it's ready to use when it comes out of the mold, versus this has got to go through a cooling process and trimming and everything, so that does add to it and slows it down. Other big thing you're going to notice is the bigger spall fan. They've always used spall fans, but it is a much more CFM. So what does that translate? More volume at the vent, whether it's the floor, the dash, or even the defroster. You're going to see a lot more volume that way. Another new feature is the block connection here for your AC lines. That makes it, number one, easier to connect AC lines to, but two, instead of having the tubes that were fixed that went through the firewall, you can now bring a hose. You can still use the tubes which are supplied, but if you want to use like some custom routing hose and you're trying to hide it going through fenders or whatnot, you can do that. Really great feature right here. And as on all their units, even back to the beginning of Generation 4, they use the step motors instead of cables to move everything around. Now you say, oh, well, that's going to be a problem. Well, since Generation 4 came out, which has been, we're coming up on 20 years ago, we've never warranted one of these, not once. I'm not saying they haven't had a problem, but we have never had a problem in all the units we sell. If you ever do need to replace one, 4 screws, comes out, unplug it, plug it back in, put it back in, 4 screws, it's done, finished. Very easy to replace. Another upgrade, all the vents are now the 2.5 inch versus some of those like the defroster used to be an 1.5 inch hose, so not a lot of volume. Again, translates more volume. They're still using, on the majority of their units, they're still using the potentiometers, or what they refer to as is the cable converters. Some of these units, like 67 to 72 truck, factory air, and it's because those had so many vacuum ports and so forth on it. They come with a control. You can also buy their upgraded unit. That's a really nice billet aluminum, come in a black, come with a chrome bezel. Great looking unit. Chevelles 68 to 72, that comes with its own unit. 68 Nova now comes with it. Tri-5s and 55 to 59 truck, that also comes with, or you can order a new upgraded billet / chrome panel that looks really great in those vehicles. Have the slide bars and so forth. So several different options that you can get out there. But again, the Generation 5, this is, the Generation 4 was a leap ahead in technology. This takes it even further. And one real new cool feature is the self-diagnostic unit port that it has on the ECM. This is a blinking light. So this works very similar to what General Motors had in the early 80s when they could put it in trouble code and you turn the key so many times and the light blinks. So you can put this into trouble mode if you're having a problem. That's going to help you diagnose what some of the issues there are. Say an overcharge, say if you've got a power problem, a ground issue, that will help you, and that comes in your diagnostic section of your instructions. So really cool new feature. They're the first out with that. Nobody, to our knowledge, has ever had that before. So really cool new feature. So if you need a vintage air, just because we do Chevrolet doesn't mean we also can't do something else. So if you've got a Mustang, let's say you've got a Challenger, a Charger, working on a Ford truck, whatever, we can still get you a vintage air for this, not just a Chevrolet product. So if you need vintage air, call us, talk to one of our knowledgeable sales guys. We'll get you fixed up.